Cue Dave and Ryan in 3, 2, 1.
It's Dave and Ryan's movie review.
I'm not gonna ask you again. Put some pants on. You're freaking everyone out. How'd it go?
Oh my God.
Does this make us partners?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Keith!
Hey, Dave and Ryan here. We just got done seeing If, Imaginary Friend. Get it? The great thing about If is it's definitely catered towards kids.
You think?
It really is. And plus, they finally got one right for a kids movie. 1 hour, 44 minutes long.
Yeah.
Rated PG, as I said. It's the story of Kaylee Fleming right here, who's had some ups and downs in her life when it comes to her parents. She loses one parent at the beginning of the movie to, we're guessing, cancer.
Yeah.
And then her dad, played by John Krasinski, who also wrote and directed this.
You don't know exactly what's wrong.
You don't know what's wrong with him.
He's in there for a broken heart, is what they say.
Yes.
But at the end of the movie, when she jumps and gives him a hug, I was like, oh, if he had heart surgery, he would be dead.
Yes. But so he's in the hospital for the whole movie, basically.
Yeah.
But while she's she's staying with her grandmother, I'm assuming. And her grandmother, you may actually recognize as well if you have watched any of the Harry Potter movies. She plays Petunia Dursley, which is Harry's aunt. So you may recognize her from that. Anyway, while she's there, she meets Ryan Reynolds' character, Cal, and comes to find out that Cal has a very unique job of putting imaginary friends with. It started out as finding new homes for them, but
then in the end, they're trying to reconnect.
Yes, and it does give you a very Foster's Home vibe. If any of you have ever watched that, in fact, they went so far as to Steve Carell's character is named Blue. So if that helps you,
even though he's purple,
right? But that was
colorblind.
Kid was colorblind. But that was the first thing that I thought of when I read what this movie was about, was Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I love this movie, and I'm going to tell you why. It is definitely catered towards kids. It's got a great story. You go, and all these other characters, like this guy right here, this is Sam Rockwell. That's Louis Gossett Jr. That is actually John Krasinski. I'm talking the voice of these characters. You also have in here Matt Damon, George Clooney, and Keith, who is the worst.
He's just the worst.
Is played by Brad Pitt, if you go on IMDb. And once you watch the movie and you go back and listen to this, it'll make sense how funny that is. But the whole movie, it's geared towards kids, and it's saying, you know what, don't grow up. And you always are going to need that imaginary friend or somebody there that's going to help you out. And that's the greatest thing that I took away from this. I'm giving it 4 popcorn buckets out of 5.
Wow.
I really liked this movie that much, but I also kind of had a feeling going into it that I was going to like it that much. I don't know how you felt about it.
Me, I like this movie as well. I'm giving this one 3.5 popcorn buckets. There was, as someone who's not a little kid watching this movie, you're like, why is this little girl just going around New York City by herself with a stranger? That just, stranger danger. Apparently they don't teach that anymore, but it's a kid's movie, so you just got to ignore all the obvious safety reasons and just go with the flow. And it was a pretty good story. I really liked Blue. He was funny, and everybody knows a Blue, honestly. I'm standing next to a Blue right here. So
and the other thing about it too, the effects in this movie were unbelievable. They were great.
Yeah, when she goes to where all the imaginary friends live, and she's able, with her imagination, change where they live, and the way they do that is just amazing.
It really and truly is. And once again, in one of the trailers, Ryan Reynolds talks about the fact, and I think he kind of hit the nail on the head. He talks about the fact that this is as close to a live-action Pixar movie as you're going to get, I think.
Yeah.
It is a great film. Go see this one. Please enjoy this movie as much as I did. You can bring the whole family. It's safe for everyone. There's nothing in here that's even a little bit questionable. But get on out and enjoy this one. Before we get out of here, of course, we've got to tell you, head on over to our YouTube channel, head on over to our Facebook page, Dave and Ryan's Movie Review. Like and subscribe. Tell us what we're getting right. Tell us what we're getting wrong. We just went through the other day and we realized that we've almost been doing this for an entire year.
That's crazy.
And if we get some comments on there that we really enjoy for the 1 year show for our podcast, we're going to respond to some of those comments. So we've already got some picked out.
I don't know if respond is the right word for that, but
it's going to be kind of like we're calling it a mean tweets version of Dave and Ryan's Movie Review.
Comment section.
Right? So get out and see this one. Lots of great movies coming up as well. But if you don't go see this one, there's still other ones out there. And all we always say is, go see a movie.